Well, Mickey, a very different kind of game to last week. Had to be a lot more patient today, but were you pleased with the patience the lads showed in terms of coming out second half really quickly and getting those two quick goals?
Yeah, on the basis that, different sort of test. They come and sat in, looked like they were kind of either playing for a point or trying to catch us on the counter. And I suppose in a way that's a little bit of a testament to how the lads have applied themselves, that teams might come and do that. That it's happened to the first team on occasions where teams have come and sat in, and it's not always easy to break it down. So at half time we had a little bit of a chat about it, talked about some key ways that we could do it, and the pleasing thing for me was they went out there second half and quickly carried that out, and they got the rewards. We talked about the press on regains, making sure that was an opportunity to create chances, that we were going to have to take risks, we were going to have to try and play the killer pass, and the moment that happens, if they intercept or they read it, can we quickly get a press on, win the ball back and potentially catch them, and we did. But I thought second half, there was some really good football played both in wide areas and through the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, and like you say, second half particularly, some great football. Obviously, one of the offside goal for Will, some great play leading up to that. And these lads at the moment, especially playing here, they just seem to be really enjoying it, really enjoying their football. And that's key, isn't it, in terms of good performances?
Yeah, it is. I think we keep stressing to them about they've got to be trustworthy. That's what Eck is looking for. Every time he names a team, he wants to know that he's putting out trustworthy players, and there's a responsibility for us in the academy to make sure that we're trying to produce them. So, we don't go easy on the lads. We try and push them as hard as we can, and then they respond, and they really thrive on it. And you can see out there that even up until the 90th minute, they're still going. A little bit disappointed with 2 goals. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it is what it is. Second goal, we just switched off a little bit, in the last couple of minutes. So certainly areas that we can still improve on, which is good because we're still in development. But for certainly in possession second half, there was a lot of good stuff to pick out and go through.
Pleased with the response after the penalty. Obviously, it changes the game a little bit, changes the momentum, but that they kept their heads, that they got the goals. Obviously, Will coming on, getting the last 2 goals, and they didn't let it affect their performance, did they? Going back to 2-1.
No, definitely not. And obviously we made a couple of changes. So it was pleasing to see. You know what football's like. Sometimes you're comfortable in a game and you concede one, and all of a sudden it gets a little bit edgier. So I knew that the next goal after that was always going to be key, and fortunately we got it. And again, so if I was being ultra critical, it should have been more. We've had plenty of opportunities. I mean, Hassan's missed one where he'll be kicking himself because it was probably easier to put it in the back of the net. But as I say, it is what it is. Individually today, some really strong performances, and collectively, certainly out possession, I was happy with how they dealt with them, and every time they got it, they didn't really have a free pass on the pitch, and I thought that we were solid out possession, and that really set the tone. We talk about that a lot at the club with regards to you have to be able to put the yards in, you have to be able to press, you have to be able to cover ground, and that set the tempo for us. And as we grew into the game and we got a little bit more confident with the ball, we played some really good stuff.
Is it a weird kind of positive as a manager when you come off the pitch and your team scored 4 goals and you're actually disappointed that didn't actually score quite a few more than that?
Yes and no. I think it is because you want them performances that are really professional, and we talked about that after the game. If that's first team, you have to be ruthless and you have to make sure that they're the games that you put them to bed 5-6 and you keep a clean sheet. We haven't managed to do it, so we will be disappointed about that. But I think the good thing for us is that it keeps you hungry, it keeps the lads hungry. They've got areas that they know they need to improve in. It makes it easy for us because we can show them and say, look, this has got to be better. And they thrive on that. They're willing to put their hands up and accept accountability, and that's important in football because you have to do that at first team level. But I think all in all today, I think they can be pleased with it, and it puts us in a good position going into the last 4 games of the season.